Hello. Let's start off with taking a deep breath in. Since we're out here in nature, right? Deep breath out. Let it bubble in your lips there. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. We are here again at the park. And my topic, my conversation, my thoughts of the day hover around healing and our addiction to healing. Now, I have to tell you that I absolutely love the fact that healing and self-love and self-awareness and, deconditioning, reconditioning, learning more, emotional intelligence, so forth and so on, is sort of like this whole movement that's going on in our world. Absolutely love that for us, love it for our collective, love that this is the direction we're headed in. But you knew there was a but. There had to be a but. It couldn't just all be butterflies and sunshine, right? But there is an addiction to healing. Now, is it wrong? Absolutely not. It's absolutely not wrong. Is it true? Is it a thing? Yes. I found myself in this predicament, and I go back and forth a lot with this, where you sort of become addicted to this healed version, or what this healed version of yourself will look like, and trying to become that person, and that person never being healed enough. Let's say there's this vision, we all have them, of who we want to be. If only I didn't have X, Y, and Z, then I'd be this person, right? We all have it. It's the healed version of us. If I didn't have this trauma, if I didn't have this whatever, then I'd be this healed individual. But there's an addiction. That's an addiction. It's not wrong to want to heal trauma. It's not wrong to want to become more self-aware and have more self-love. None of it's wrong. It's part of life. It's fun. It's part of the journey. It's what we do. It's not really that fun, but it is part of the journey. It's what we do. And in that, there is this addiction of healing and trying to be this healed version, and constantly talking about how far you are healing, constantly talking about what still needs to be healed, constantly overanalyzing the parts of you that are not healed, and reanalyzing maybe the parts that you have healed. All of that. I did that for a long time, and I still have those moments where I reanalyze parts of me that have healed, or I come up with new parts that haven't healed, and then I zone in on them and really focus and try to heal them. And because those parts aren't healed, then I'm still not a healed individual, and I'm still broken, and I need to be fixed, and blah blah blah. But you realize that we make healing our purpose. We make healing our purpose. If we are trying to heal, we make it our purpose, which I did, and sometimes do. I sometimes run into, well, I have to not think this way, and I have to think this way, and I have to not act this way, and I have to not be offended by this, and I have to not react to this, and I have to, and then, you go down the list. We all do it, right? We all have this list of imperfections and insecurities and so forth. So you get addicted to healing. What's kind of interesting is not only do you often find yourself addicted to healing and trying to be better and grow and so forth, but you also, here's the kicker, here is a kicker for you, you also get addicted to being sick, or not sick in general, but to having flaws. You get addicted to not being perfect, to finding things that are wrong with you, to finding more traumas, to finding more things that are wrong. That's the other part of the addiction to healing, you know, which is an odd part of this whole journey. Is, you know, you think, well, I'm just trying to heal, but little do you realize that you're actually addicted to being sick, because who would you be outside of that? Like, who would you actually be if you healed everything? Like, can you envision that person? Many of you may be saying to yourself, oh, well, I'll be, you know, happy, joyous. I'd be living the life that I've always wanted to live. Would you though? Like, do you know? Can you actually say you know who you'd be, what you'd like, you know, how you'd act, how you'd react if you were fully healed? Like, can you actually say that? If that part of you was taken away, that unhealed part of you was taken away, was healed, do you actually know who you'd be? It's not easy for a lot of people because we're addicted to that part of us. And again, it's a part of this journey. Being addicted to being sick, or to having certain insecurities, to having certain flaws, as you may call them flaws, but they're not really flaws. But being addicted to labeling things that are you as flaws, as insecurities, as lacking, not being enough, as something that's wrong, all of that is an identity, as we know, but it's an addiction to that identity. It's a belief that that identity is who you are. And not only that it's who you are, but it's something that is wrong. Remember, society most likely told us somewhere down the line that this is something that is unacceptable about us. Whether it was a peer, a family member, a friend, whatever. Somebody said it, and it affected us to where we started labeling it that way. But if they never labeled it that way, we probably would have never labeled it that way. So we took their words and attached it to a label or a character trait and labeled it and kept that label just running in the back of our minds. And now we are flawed. Now we have insecurities. Now we are broken. Now we are wrong. But none of it, absolutely none of it, is wrong. None of it's wrong. None of it's bad. None of it's broken. None of it's flawed. None of it needs to be healed. Everything that you are, everything that you're doing, everything that you choose to be is 100% right. There's nothing that you can do, honestly, that is wrong. I like how Eckhart Tolle says it, and because they ask him it all the time, where they say, you know, how can you love everybody? Even the murderers and the killers and the, you know, the rapists and everything. How can you love all of those people that have done what they've done? And you realize that it's not that they did things that were wrong as much as they did things that were unconscious. They lacked an awareness. And I'm not trying to say that that's an excuse, because I can already hear it. You know, that's just an excuse. They knew better. They knew they shouldn't have killed that person. They knew they shouldn't have raped that person. I agree with you. Shouldn't have been done. I'm not, you know, applauding them for their act. No. But do they actually have, like, genuine self-awareness? I don't know. I think that it is a huge lack of self-awareness, a huge lack of self-love, a huge lack of connection with the one, connection with spirit and what life truly is. A huge disconnection in general. A huge disconnection in the collective, in the love that's in the world. Huge disconnection. That's what I believe. Is it an excuse? No, it's not an excuse. Do they deserve what happens to them? I mean, I don't know. That's a whole other topic and subject for another day. But they are who they are, and their soul and who they are was probably not loved, was probably labeled wrong. They probably said it 110 times inside themselves and never had true love for themselves. And that's why they went out and did such acts. And again, not an excuse, because I hear it. I hear it as I say it. I hear it as I say it. I hear that's just an excuse. They knew better. They shouldn't have done that. That was wrong. They deserve everything that happens to them. I get it. I get it. I understand. And I'm not trying to, excuse anyone's behavior out here. I'm just throwing out what I see, what I feel could be a cause. In order for an effect, there has to be a cause. And the cause generally doesn't make sense if it's just that's who they are. I feel like that's not a genuine cause. I feel that's who they are. They were born that way. They were always going to be a killer no matter who loved them. I don't feel like that's a genuine cause. I don't feel like people are just born to kill. But again, this is just my perspective here. We are all allowed to have our own perspectives. Love it. It's deemed that way. And I feel like I took a huge turn in this whole topic. But circling back to the very beginning, I feel that, where was I on this whole thing? Oh, healing, and addicted to healing, and addicted to our identities, and addicted to being ill and labeling ourselves in so many ways. My whole purpose in bringing this up is to challenge you for self-awareness. And it may be crazy because you're like, well, if I'm on a healing journey, then hello, I'm already practicing self-awareness. Yes, but can you be self-aware of your self-awareness? I know. That's like boom. That hit me hard. Like bam. But no, seriously. Can you be self-aware of your own self-awareness? It sounds weird, but think about it. Because, you're on a journey of self-awareness. Now, what are you trying to be self-aware of? And why are you trying to be self-aware of this? Is it because society's doing it? Is it because it's a new fad? Is it because you genuinely want to fix this? Is it because you learned that this was wrong, or this is a part of being broken and imperfect and needs to be fixed in order to be more loved? Are you doing it because of self-hate? That you're trying to love yourself more? And I'm not putting out these scenarios so that you can sit here and, be frustrated that one of these reasons are the reason. No. This is being self-aware of your self-awareness. You're on a self-aware journey, self-love journey, a healing journey. Why? And what point are you trying to get to? Are you trying to get to perfection? Are you trying to get to joy? Are you trying to get to being noticed? Are you trying to get attention? Are you trying to get love from others? Are you trying to be accepted? Are you trying, to get a better job? I don't know. Why are you on this healing journey? It's a good challenge as you're healing, because we're healing and we have all these characteristics and traits that we may be trying to heal, but we may not also be aware of what brought this about. Maybe you hit rock bottom and that's what brought it about, and you're trying to dig yourself out of this. Excellent reason. But what are you labeling as wrong? And why are you labeling it as wrong? And who said it was wrong? Who's labeling it as wrong? You? Or someone you know? Your child self that got labeled that when you were younger? Society? Your peers? Your friends? Who's labeling it as wrong? Why is anything that you are wrong? You as who you are, I don't believe is wrong. I don't believe can be wrong. I don't think you need to get anywhere and to be a certain amount of healed and to be a certain amount of trauma-free in order to be enlightened, in order to be awakened. Who says you're not enlightened right now? Are you trying to reach enlightenment? Are you trying to be awakened? Who's saying that where you are, what you're doing, who you are, how you choose to live is incorrect, is not right, is not enlightened, is not awakened enough, is not self-conscious enough? Who's saying that? Or are you on a healing journey? Or are you just trying to fix things about yourself? It's very open. When you're on a healing journey, everything and anything becomes very open to questioning. And if you aren't questioning every little thing and you're taking things as factual, that basically puts you back. It's not wrong. It's not wrong. It's just if you can remember as a kid, because like I do, that anything that was said to me as a child, I took as truth, because why wouldn't I? Why would an adult lie to me? Why would an older sibling or friend or cousin lie to me? Why? It wouldn't make sense to me. So I took everything to be true. I didn't question anything until I got older. That's when the questions started coming out. That's why I feel like nothing is factual. Anything and everything is possible, and anything and everything can be proven wrong or different. Not exactly wrong, but different. Given that, this leaves life to be open. That's what it means to have an open mind, to not be afraid to question not only yourself, but everything around you. Am I on a path? I mean, it looks like a path. Am I in a park? Somebody labeled it a park, so sure, I'm in a park. But is it true? What's true for you? And if it's true and somebody thinks it's wrong, or it's not the way of an enlightened person, who are they? Their healing journey is obviously different than yours. All of our healing journeys are different. But why are we doing it? Are we doing it because it's a fad? Are we doing it because we want to get somewhere? Where are we trying to get? Where are we going? You know? Question it. Question everything. Question everything. And tell me what you guys come up with. Let me know if this helped you out at all. Let me know if this opened your mind to like your own healing journey and you're like, what? I've been doing something cray all this time. Let me know. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me on my walk today. I love you. I see you. I respect you. If you made it to these 19 minutes here, you are a boss. You have an amazing weekend, as it is Thursday. Weekend is coming up. I hope you enjoy that. Fall is here. Let's do it. All of those things. Love you guys. Have a good one.